Good morning, children. We were doing chapter number 11 of science, air, water and weather. We have learned about air. We have learned about that sun is the factor that causes wind and rain, and also sun is responsible for land breeze and sea breeze. We have also learned about evaporation and factors affecting evaporation. Yes, today we will learn a new topic. Condensation. Actually, this is not a new topic for you, right? You have been learning condensation since class 2, 3. Yes, we all know what is condensation. What is condensation? Just recall in your minds. Yes. What happens? See, when water condenses, the process of changing water vapor into water. Yes. The process of changing water vapor into water is called as condensation. Now, can you see a thermos in my hand? It's a jug, it's a thermos. I have put hot water in this. Yes, I have put hot water in this and then I have closed the lid. After some time, what happened? There were water vapors. Can you see the steam coming out? Can you see this? Yes. So what happens? This steam is actually, when I'm closing this, that means the steam is getting condensed. This is getting accumulated on the lid of the container. So now here you can see on the lid of the container, can you see some water? Yes. Can you see some water droplets here in this jug? Yes. See. Can you see these? Yes. What are these? These are actually the condensed water. That means the water vapor has turned back into water. You can do this experiment at home. Don't do it yourself. Take the help of your elders. Boil some water in a vessel, okay, in a container. After boiling, let the steam come out, okay. Let it boil till the steam comes out, and then switch off the stove and then cover it with some lid, okay. After few minutes, open the lid. Do not do it. Take help of your elders because it may be hot to touch, okay. When you take the lid off, you will find that there are some water droplets accumulated on the lid. Why? See, because what happens, when we boil water, steam comes up, it becomes hot, then steam comes up. And when the steam, see, if we allow the steam to move in the air freely, it will move up and form water vapors. That process is evaporation. Yes? Now, if you close it, that water, the steam will accumulate in the lid, and then after cooling, the steam on cooling will condense. It will again turn into water droplets. Okay? So this is the process of condensation. Water vapor changing into water is called as condensation. And this process happens naturally in our atmosphere. Okay? It keeps on happening in our atmosphere, in our environment. Like evaporation takes place, sun's heats up water bodies and then water turns into water vapor. Then what happens? Water vapor rises up, and when it gets cool environment, it gets cooled down. Okay, it gets cooled down and then it condenses and it forms clouds. Okay, and then when those clouds actually become heavy, okay, when vapor keep on accumulating and then gathering together, it becomes heavier. And once it becomes very heavy, then it starts pouring. Okay, then it starts pouring as rain. Okay, it starts pouring as rain. And how? See, now there are forms of condensation. Water comes in the form of rain. Yes, but there are forms of condensing water. How does water vapor condense on earth? So there are 5 ways in which water vapor condense. Okay, and they are dew, frost, fog, mist and snow. Fog and mist are more or less same, but there is a difference between dew, frost, fog and mist and snow. And what are they now? I am going to explain you. Basically, what are these? These are forms of condensation. These are the way in which water vapor condenses. Okay, these are form of condensation. Now we'll talk about dew. Now what is dew? Have you ever noticed water droplets on your vehicle standing outside in the morning or in your gardens in the lawn, in the grass, on the leaves, on the flower. Have you ever noticed water droplets? Yes, actually when the water vapor condenses on a cool object, okay, on a cold object, it forms dew. They are called as dew, water droplets. Okay, I will show you few images and then it will be clear to you. So I hope this is understood that the process of changing water vapor into water due to cooling is called as condensation. Yes. Now you can see this, these are dew drops. Okay, now I have already told you that water condenses and then it returns back to the ground in several ways. Yes, these are the ways like dew, frost, fog, mist and snow. Now take a closer look in the morning in the plants and to the plants and flowers in your garden, on the vehicle standing outside. Okay, then what will you notice? You will notice these dew drops. Why are they formed? See, it is formed when the temperature is low and the water vapor condenses on cool objects and then they form droplets. So they are called as dew. We call it os in Hindi. Okay, now the next is frost. Can you see this image? Yes, see, actually when these dew droplets, they condense and they freeze. Okay, they are basically called as frost. This is also formed on cold places where the temperature at the ground level is lower than 0 degree. That means it is very, very cold and the dew turns into ice. It is actually these droplets only which have turned into ice because of the fall in temperature, because the temperature is very low. Okay, and this is dangerous, especially to the crops. This can cause damage to the crops. This can spoil the crops. Okay, spoil the growth of the crops. So this is called as frost. Now fog and mist. Now you can make out from the images, this is fog, this is mist. Basically fog is much denser than mist. Okay, fog is closer to earth. See what happens here. Fog are basically clouds. Okay, they are formed when small droplets of water are suspended in the air. Okay, now you can see fog is dense and mist is less dense. Okay, now when the visibility is less than 1 kilometer, we call it fog. But when the visibility is greater than 1 kilometer, we call it mist. Like here, you cannot see what is there. In this image, you cannot see what is next to you. So this is actually denser. This is called as fog. But in mist, you can see to some distance. Okay, you can see at least 1 kilometer from where you are standing. So this is called as mist. Okay, now the last form in which water condenses is snow. You must have seen snow. You must have gone to the places where snow falls, where there is snow. Places like, yes, places like, there are places like Kashmir, okay, and then Gulmarg. And there are other places like Shimla where snow falls. Okay. So now what happens? See, what are these? These are basically mountain areas, hilly areas where the temperature is already very low. And in the winter season, especially, it becomes very low. Okay. It goes below 0 degree. It goes in minus. So what happens here? The water vapor condenses to form ice crystals instead of water drops. Okay, because already the temperature is very low. When the temperature is low, you must have seen in the freezer. Why does ice freeze? Why does water freeze? We keep water, after some time it becomes ice. Why? Because of the fall in temperature, because the temperature is less. So this is the reason. Actually here also the water droplets turn into ice crystals instead of water drops. So this is called as snow, which falls down as snowfall. And here also in the environment, what happens, the clouds are formed, but they actually fall down in the form of snow. That is why we say, oh, there is snowfall in Shimla, there is snowfall in Manali nowadays, there are lots of ice. Okay, especially in the month of December and January, you will get lot of snowfall in Srinagar, in Jammu Kashmir, in Kashmir area, and in Himachal area, Uttarakhand area. Okay, so these are the forms of condensation. I hope this topic is clear. Now, what is humid weather? Humid weather, see, we must have noticed that during rainy season, we feel very hot, very humid, very uncomfortable. Why? See, I'll give you two conditions. Suppose one is a sunny day and one is a rainy day. On a sunny day, you come back from school and you are all full with sweat. Your body is perspiring. But you sit under fan, okay, and then after some time your sweat evaporates and it gives you a cooling effect and you start feeling better. Yes, but same thing on a rainy day. You come back from school and you are sweating a lot, your body is hot, it's very humid. Even after sitting under sun, your sweat does not evaporate quickly and easily. Why? Because see, on a sunny day, already the temperature is hot. There is no water vapor in the environment. Okay, not much. But on a rainy day, already there is lots of moisture in the environment. Already vapors are present in the environment. So because of that moisture in the environment, our sweat takes time to evaporate, to dry up. Okay, and it does not dry. When it does not dry, it keeps sticking in your body. It actually sticks to your body. It does not evaporate. So because of our sweat, it is stuck to our body. We feel very uncomfortable. We say, sometimes you must be saying, oh, it's very chip and I'm feeling so sticky. Yes or no? It is because there is already a lot of moisture present in the environment. Because of that, we are not able to, actually our sweat is not able to evaporate or dry up quickly. Okay, so that is why we feel very uncomfortable during rainy season, during hot and humid weather. So this is basically humid weather, when there is already water vapor present in the environment and our body is not actually, our sweat is not actually able to dry up quickly. So I hope you have understood condensation and humid weather. Now only one last topic of this chapter is left, that we are going to do in the next class.